I'm going to read a letter that was written to me, Tina, from Obama while he was in the White House, as he was actually leaving office January 16, 2007. It says, from the White House, Washington, January 16th, 2017. It says, Dear Tina, one of the most important things I've done as president is read messages from Americans like you. And whether you sat down to write me a letter in 2009 or just last week, I wanted to say thank you for writing. Letters like yours have given me the chance to hear the real stories that make up the ever-changing narrative of America. There are stories of your setbacks and successes, your fears and your hopes, not just for today, but for the country and the world we'll leave to our children and our grandchildren. I want you to know I was listening. I heard your stories. And you made me a better president. See, he said I made him a better president. And said that he heard me, that he was listening to my stories. It salutated to Dear Tina. In 2014, a young mom took a chance and shared her family's story with me. See, a young mom. I am a young mom, and that was in 2014, he says. She said she knew that staying silent about what you see and what needs changing never makes any difference. She was right. And so while serving you, and notice you here is referring to Dear Tina, that's who he wrote it to. So it says, also, while serving you has been the greatest privilege of my life, I want you to know that when I leave the White House, I still hold the most important title of all, that of a citizen. As a proud American citizen, I believe that we are a constant work in progress. Our success has never been certain. None of our journey has been preordained. There's always been a gap between our highest ideals and the reality we witness every day. See, he says, there's always been a gap between the highest ideals and the reality of what we actually witness. You know, what we actually see, he's saying, is the reality. But there's a gap between that and our ideas. But what makes us exceptional, what makes us Americans, is that we have fought wars and passed laws and reformed systems and organized unions and staged protests and launched mighty movements to close that gap, to bring the promise and the practice of America into closer alignment, to form the more perfect union. So our collective future depends on our collective willingness to uphold our duties as citizens, to vote, to speak out, to stand up for others, knowing that each of us is only here because somebody somewhere stood up for us. And for the rest of my days, I promise I will be right alongside you, continuing to do my part to build a better, more prosperous, more diverse, and inclusive America, and America with a future full of hope. From all of us in the Obama family, thank you for writing. And so what's extremely critical about this, you need to stand up, you need to write your stories to the White House. Obama has promised that he will be right alongside me for the, continuing to make this happen, to continuing to reform, to continue to vote for laws, to continue to help us. And the same thing with Trump. As Obama was leaving office January 16, 2017, Trump was coming in. And I was taught in school the last thing on your mind is going to be what you take with you, which means he took it with him and he passed it on to Trump. In order for us to actually get things done, you're going to have to speak up and stand out. Even though you might not can vote because they took your voting rights away, you can actually vote by speaking out. So people need to write the White House so they can see that it's more than just myself and see that it is serious here for us to get this taken care of.
That's cool.